Take it away, fellas.
Thank you, voice girl, and welcome once again to another edition of the Manspace Podcast. Now, this is the voice of Russ, and with me, as always, is my co-host who, just like the Clemson Tigers, is one and done, the one and only Big Les.
Why I got to be one and done, dog? I mean, come on, man. At least,
Man, I heard about you back in the day. They said you was the one-hitter quitter.
well,
back in the day, you know.
yeah, no attachments, no attachments, no attachments.
Just in case Miss Les letting it.
Yeah. She wasn't the one quitter hitter, you know.
No, of course not.
I stayed there, you know. But
bro,
yeah,
this just made me laugh.
mm-hmm.
There's a show, Byron Allen.
Yeah.
So you know Byron Allen. Byron Allen is one of my idols, man. I aspire to be in his media mogulness.
Right.
So he has this show, and for the life of me, the name of the game show has slipped my mind. Funny you should ask.
Okay,
is the name of the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have two contestants. They ask them, and they ask a celebrity, usually a B-list celebrity. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they'll have Jackie Harry, different people on there.
Right.
They'll ask them a random question. Usually it's like true or false, or something that they should be able to answer.
Right.
And then the other person, the contestants have to decide whether or not they're right or wrong. Right.
Okay.
Well, this one thing came up, and it made me laugh so hard because I am a Star Wars fan. As you can see, my R2-D2 is on the shelf in the background. Normally, I would have my lightsaber back there, but I moved it. But I am a Star Wars fan.
Okay.
And this one thing came up, and it says, "Is it true that there are Star Wars themed condoms?"
I ain't bought none in a long time, so I can't tell you.
Well, it turned out to be true. It made me laugh so hard, bro.
Wait a minute. They got Star Wars themed costume.
Yes. Star Wars themed condoms, bro.
I wonder who Yoda is.
Yes. Bro. Bro, look at this foolishness.
Oh no, you found them. Oh no, may the force. What it says, feel the force.
Feel the force. Wait. Star Wars condoms. Feel the force, but wear a helmet if you go to the dark side.
Oh my God.
Wait, the Darth Vader one. I will not be your father.
Oh my God. Oh, what the one to say right here on the side? I got tears in my eyes. I can't see it. Oh man, the one right next to Darth Vader.
When ready. Huh? Oh, Yoda.
Yeah.
Come or come not. There is no try.
Oh my God. This is hilarious.
Cover your trooper.
Oh man. I always wear a helmet. Oh my God. What's this?
All I can think of.
Someone has to save lives.
Save our skins.
Oh. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, bro. I was sitting there and before I found this, all I could think of was Chewbacca and putting it on. As soon as you put it on, go.
Oh, hey, I wonder how many dudes that say this. I am not your daddy. You know what I'm saying?
The intergalactic prophylactic.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh
Oh my God.
my gosh, man.
Come to the dark side. Oh my God. Well, I mean, I guess everybody got their own thing, you know. You know,
Yeah, you're right about that.
that's
You're
beautiful.
right about that. But that, oh my gosh, that just made me laugh right there. That was
Oh
funny to
my.
me. Woo.
Hey, that is pretty hilarious. Oh,
Uh,
that's crazy, man. Just to just even think somebody had the imagination to do something like that.
right, right, right.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's a whole different realm just going through different types down here. I
Jeez.
oh yeah, yeah. We're too PG-13 for the rest of these. So we're gonna leave that alone.
Hey, thank you.
Yep.
Because then
But
I'll be
let me,
then I'll be trying to go buy something, and the wife be like, "What you need those for?" You know,
right,
I don't
right.
need them. I just want them. I want to see what this
Right.
is all about. What's the hype? You know?
So let me ask you this.
Yeah, bro.
You know, AI has been taking such a drastic uh I
Leap.
guess leap in its availability,
Yeah,
its usage,
yeah.
its credibility, to the point where now we have you know the police is using it, the military is using it. It's just got
Mhm.
so many advantages. What are your thoughts when it comes to AI?
I
do,
think it's a
do
good
you use it on a
thing.
regular basis?
I do not, and
Hmm.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a little scared of it,
Okay.
right? Because it has. I'm a little scared of it. You
Hmm.
know, a friend of mine was telling me today we were having this conversation. He says, "Oh, you got to use it, man." He said, "You got to get on there. You got to." It's a little awkward talking to it. You know what I mean? He was like, "But it's like it's somebody inside of there talking
Yeah.
back to
Yeah.
you and giving you what you need." And I was like, "That's the scary part to me."
So, have you seen that they have these AI girlfriends now, or girlfriends or boyfriends now, where you can actually have somebody, and you're having full on conversations with AI just to, cure
Yeah,
loneliness?
yeah. That type of stuff scares me because what's next,
Yeah. Mm,
right? I'm not. What's here right now, I think, is only a glimpse
hmm.
of what it could actually do, right?
Right.
When quantum computing comes online and becomes more uh, readily available, it's going to be 10,000 times faster than anything we have now. So the thought processes of AI, the algorithm is going to fly. It's fast now.
Yeah.
Imagine what it's going to be like in 10 years, right?
Do you hear the
These
ducks
the
outside?
robots that they're developing. Ju-
You,
Huh?
you hear you hear these random ducks that just flew by my house?
No, I didn't hear
Okay. All right. All right. All right. My bad. My bad.
it.
They
He
were
was
they
like,
were loud.
squirrel,
No,
squirrel.
no. They were quite loud. But I use AI on a regular basis.
You do you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
I
I
With
do know.
all the editing and everything else that I'm doing,
Mhm.
I'm using some form of AI every single day.
Right, right.
And for me, because I've gotten a little bit into web development, doing some coding,
Mhm.
I've been using AI to help me write some of the codes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So to me, it has advantages. I'm like, okay, I'll write it out to a certain point. I'm stuck. This isn't working. I pop it
Mhm.
into AI. AI will sit there and say, oh, you need to change this or this, and this. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then the light bulb starts to go off because as I
Mhm.
started to read through it, now it's starting to make sense. And so I think it has some helpfulness.
Right.
And certain things like we would go to YouTube for,
Mhm.
or just go out there on Google to find out how to
Yeah,
do
how to
certain
do
things,
something. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chat GPT or something like that can put it right into steps for you.
Mhm.
If you ask them,
Yeah,
and what is it on Microsoft? In Edge, Copilot.
Copilot.
Copilot is AI.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Microsoft's answer to ChatGPT.
Mhm.
So you put it in a Copilot, and it'll pop it out there. And I,
Yeah.
so I, so for me, I use it almost on a daily basis. But
Now,
we're going to
is
use it right now. Well, go ahead. Go
oh,
ahead. Ask your question.
are there terms of use with this? Like, is there a monthly premium or yearly
So,
subscription? How
so
does that work?
So, like with Chat GPT, you can get a paid version of it. So
Okay.
the basic version, you log in and it will keep your history, right?
Okay.
So if you create an account, with the paid version, you get a more in depth version of it. Like
Mhm.
stuff will be more recent.
Okay.
So with the free version, it won't have anything newer than the last 2 years, right?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So
With
if
the
you're
other
trying to
version,
look
you
for,
can,
yeah,
yeah, you can
right,
save it all.
right,
Oh,
hmm
20 years of conversations with AI.
right,
That
yeah,
would be an interesting read.
hmm
Mm,
yeah. But I'm
okay.
going to use it right now
All right, let's do
because
it.
we're going to play a game, Les. A game of
No.
Would You Rather.
Oh,
I,
Lord.
I've been listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show, and they've been playing the game, and I
Yeah.
said, you know what, that would be fun. Let me and Les play Would You Rather. Man,
All
Space
right.
Nation, y'all play along with us. I'm going to pop this into AI because
Mhm.
I don't so I haven't thought of these questions yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this into AI and see what AI spits out, and then we're just gonna go through some questions real quick.
All right. Let's
So
do it. Let's do it.
this is we're gonna say let's play
Mm.
a game of Would You Rather. Please come up with 5 random questions. Would you rather questions? There we go. All right. All right. You ready to go?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Would you rather be able to talk to animals or speak every human language fluently?
Talk to animals.
I think I'm the same way. Why is that for you, Les?
Cause I like some animals, you just can't tell what they think. You don't know if they friend or foe. I'm gonna ask you,
Yeah.
bruh, you good? We good? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna bother me,
Hey,
I'm not gonna bother you.
you better calm down. You
Right?
better.
Go home. You know what I'm saying? I think I'd rather talk to animals because they're tools that can help me translate other
But you
languages.
you don't want to go, in there when you sitting there with Mrs. Les, and
Mm.
you getting a pedicure, and they sitting there talking about your feet.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
know
want
they're
to
talking
understand
about
them.
my feet. I don't want to understand anyway. Oh, 'cause if I tell hothead over there what they talking about, she gonna jump on everybody.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, I
Yeah,
would sit there with my phone out and have
yeah,
Google Translate on and the earbud in.
that's
So,
right. That's right. That's right. Because
all
now they
right.
sell these little earbuds that go in your ear, and
Yeah.
it translates for you right
Yes.
away. You
hmm
know, so yeah. Mm,
AI
okay.
at its best.
Yes, sir.
Would you rather always sing instead of speaking or dance everywhere you walk?
Mhm.
For me, I can't do either one. I am not a singer,
Right. I'm not a
and,
singer either.
I don't have the rhythm of dancing everywhere. So I don't know.
I
That's a tough one for
I
me.
got a little rhythm. I could probably dance everywhere.
Mm,
Well, I used to have some rhythm. I don't put them. I don't.
mm,
You know,
mm-mm. I don't
pounds
have
to
no rhythm.
rhythm ratio is off right now.
Mm-mm.
So so I don't know. I might break something dancing all the time, but hey, it is what it is.
Would you rather live in a world with no internet or no movies and TV shows?
Ooh, Well, that's a trick question
Okay.
because if I had the internet, I could access a lot of different content.
You could access content, right? But you would have no TV shows to watch or no movies. So it'd just be, random short
I,
form
I,
content. It'll
I'd
be
rather have,
everybody watching us.
I'd rather have the internet. Hey, because I lived through a time actually with no internet already.
Right. Yeah,
You know what I
yes.
mean?
Yeah.
So we're Gen Xers. Is that what we are? Gen Xers?
I don't know what we are
Oh, okay.
anymore.
Yeah,
I gave
we
up on it.
we some older folk. How about that?
Would you rather eat only pizza for the rest of your life or never eat pizza again?
Never eat pizza again.
Mm-mm. I can't do that one.
You would eat pizza for the rest of your life?
I sure would.
Really?
I sure would.
Not me.
Yep.
Nah.
Because I don't do nowadays, I don't do pizza that often. I might do it once a month or so like that.
But that's what I said. I would never eat pizza again because I don't do it that often.
Yeah, I would do it once a month, but I get those urges where I just may want a slice. So I'll just get a
Oh,
slice of pizza,
I'll just make
you
some
know.
lasagna.
No, I'd rather do pizza because it's so many different variations that you can
There
do.
is, there
And
is,
I mean,
but that's
I
the
like a good
only
I
food.
I like a
That's the
good veggie
only
pizza.
thing,
Yeah, I could do a breakfast pizza
bruh,
with
bruh,
bruh, you throw the
bruh.
sausage and eggs and some country gravy on that pizza, bruh. That breakfast pizza is money.
Never
You can
had it,
get you
and I've sworn off of bread for a while, so I probably
I
won't
don't
have
blame
it
you.
for some time.
Yeah, the breakfast pizza is money. The dessert pizza that has the apple pie crust, oh, bruh,
That is good. That is
that is
good.
quite good.
That
There's
is
so many
that's
different
real good.
variations that you could do with pizza.
Yeah,
So that way you're not tired of just eating pepperoni all the time. You
yeah.
got variety.
My
A good
grandson,
chicken, bacon, and ranch pizza?
yeah. Nah, I guess that's okay. I'm more of a deep dish pan style dude with lots of cheese and
Mhm,
supreme and all of the vegetables and all of the meats. Where when you pull it off, everything fall off. That's
mhm.
my type of pizza. So I could just grab the stuff in the box and just ball it up and eat it. All the
Now I
mozzarella and all of that stuff.
I can do a deep dish every now and then. The
No,
only thing I don't like, you remember, oh my gosh, that place by the old job, and
yeah,
they would do the
around the corner.
veggie pizza, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
the veggie pizza, and they would put slices of broccoli. They
Yeah.
and I was like, "Who puts broccoli on pi" that crap was disgusting.
It's a vegetable pizza. It's
Dog,
disgusting already.
there's a lot of vegetables that go on pizza, but broccoli is not one of them.
Not one
I
of
will
'em.
eat pineapple pizza all day long
See,
before I eat
see,
another piece of broccoli on pizza.
that's crazy. Because
Yeah,
pineapple don't go on pizza. It is
but have you tried it?
delicious. It is
It is
delicious.
delicious.
It is
It
delicious.
is delicious. I I will take that argument with you. I don't believe it goes on pizza,
It is
but
delicious
however, it
though.
works.
Oh
It
my God,
it
does it?
does work.
Yeah. But I would prefer the broccoli and the veggie pizza than pineapple.
Mm-mm. That that broccoli on the pizza was disgusting. All right.
Yeah, I
Last
agree
one,
with
Les.
that.
Would you rather have unlimited money but never be able to travel or travel anywhere for free but never have more than $10,000 at a time?
Oh, I'm traveling anywhere for free with the
Basically.
10K.
Basically, that's the easiest one of
That's the
them all.
easy. Yeah, I'm doing that, bro. With
Yep.
10K, listen,
With 10K, yeah.
listen, 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 Linda.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring back 6K. Simple. I
But you
we
can
just
never have more than 10K at a time. So even if you
That's what I'm
only
saying.
spent 4 and you kept 6,
6. Yeah,
they only gonna add 4 to you to put you back to 10. You
that's fine.
never gonna have more than
I'm
10K.
I'm okay with the margins. I'm good with that. 10K is a nice bit of money to go on a vacation,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
I mean, you take 10K, you fly to wherever you're gonna fly, and the flight is free.
And the travel is free. So that
Eh,
could be a cruise, that could be a
I'm
flight, that
going
could be a hot air balloon.
I'm going everywhere that my money is double or more than the money on the economy. Those are the only places I'm going. Sorry, I'm gonna wear Mexico
Alright.
out. Brazil, I'm gonna wear you out. You know what I'm saying? Have a good time.
And on that, let's take a break and reset. So, big bro,
Yeah, man.
um, I sent you this video
Yeah.
about a man explaining reasons why a woman is not that into you. You know, and I think that
These are
you know,
man
we we
rules.
we've probably gone through that in our single days,
Yeah,
where you're
yeah.
trying to push up on a woman, or
Mhm,
even if you've gone out with her or once or twice, and you
mhm.
kind of like, yeah, she's not
Yeah,
really feeling me, or
right.
or you may think that she's into it for the wrong reasons, right?
Yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah, yeah.
into it for what you can do for her rather than what you bring to the table, right?
Right,
Or
right.
what you
Or what y'all
are
can do
into you.
together. Yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah,
right,
right.
right. Yeah. So with that said, I want to
Mm,
show this video
okay.
and allow us to react to that.
All right.
All right, Man Space Nation, listen in.
Here are 6 signs your wife is no longer into you. Number 1, everything you do annoys the crap out of her. Small habits that once went unnoticed now spark frustration, signaling deeper dissatisfaction. Number 2, she shares exciting news with others first. If friends or family hear her big updates before you do, it's a sign of emotional distance. Number 3, she becomes hyper independent, suddenly insisting on doing everything herself may mean she's pulling away emotionally. Number 4, her teasing stops. Playful jokes and affections, teasing, they disappear. It's a signal of a loss of connection. Number 5, she focuses intensely on self improvement. While growth is great, it feels like she's reinventing herself without including you. Number 6, she's always busy but never explains why. A packed schedule without clear reasons could mean she's emotionally checked out or avoiding a deeper connection.
She got a man. I'm just saying.
Simple, to the point.
That's
Yeah,
it.
she got a man.
She got a dude on
She
the
got a man.
side right there. Well, I mean, well, you the
Bro,
side dude now, but anyway.
um, I do have a problem
Okay.
with what he said, and I think it was the one
The
about,
self-improvement.
yeah, the self-improvement, the
Mm,
the self-improvement piece, right? Because, yeah, growth is great,
mhm.
but, you know, I think if you are supportive, you want your spouse or you want your girl
You
to
want
grow.
them to
You
grow.
don't, right. So
Right.
you want them to grow, so if you're involved and you're supportive of
Mhm.
that, I don't think that that's the case. That's if she's doing something and she's going to bring that back to the table to help both of you be better.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I have no
You know,
problem
I
with it.
I don't have no
I
problem.
think that it's a bigger issue if she's doing all these things and then she's got the bank account to the side, and you're not seeing any of it, come
Yeah,
back to the
yeah.
table. Nothing is coming back to help the household,
Right,
right?
right.
Everything is just,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
nothing's coming to
that's
help
more
you.
of an
I
issue.
think I think that one could turn into more of an issue because, like you said, there's nothing wrong with self-improvement,
No,
right? And
absolutely
I
not.
I think that in all relationships, everybody should strive for self-improvement. There's always something that everybody can improve on,
Yeah, you're
so
right.
you should strive for that. But the hiding the details and not bringing the fruits of the labor to the table so everybody can eat, that's where I think the
Right.
problem would be, you know.
Yeah.
So that's
Um,
my thought process
so
goes.
what does it mean when he talked about everything you do annoys her? What does it mean to you?
like
Ex-
the toilet seat up,
yeah.
and she got to put the toilet seat down, your shoes or your clothes not in the hamper where they're supposed to be,
Mhm.
being generally messy when it used to be okay. She might say
You
a little
overlook it, yeah.
something, she'll overlook it, but wants you to fix that, but overlook it. But then if she starts fussing and like, okay, well, I, I I put the toilet seat down for 6 weeks in a row and I made a mistake and left it up once and you blow up. That's kind of a sign, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
there's no reason for that. It was a mistake, little stuff, you're not helping me around the house, you know, not washing dishes or whatever the
Yeah.
case. Any of those little
Yeah.
things that could be easily solved with communication blows out of control. Yeah, bro. You might not be the one no more.
Yeah. What does it mean to you? Oh, I'm not going to say what it would mean. Would it be concerning to you that if Mrs. Less started, calling, the kids or calling, her parents to talk about, or even her girlfriends to talk about exciting news before she tell you,
Mm,
like a promotion on the job, or you know, uh, just got a found $50 in an old purse or something, just some uh new grandchild, just some all this stuff that you normally would tell your spouse first. These
well,
are life-changing moments.
I don't know if that's. I think if it's an extreme life changing moment, yes. But if it's everyday stuff, I could care less. You know what I mean? And that's my personal opinion. You win $50, you this, that, and the other. More than likely, I will know close
Mhm.
to first, but she has a close relationship with her mother, with her daughters. You know what I mean? So sometimes they hear stuff before I do, but I'm in the top five,
But
you
see,
know?
at your, I mean, you and your wife got over a decade,
Yeah, yeah,
together.
yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't you wouldn't be bothered if she sat there and got a promotion on the job, and she told four other people before she told you?
Well, let's just be honest, right? I would know that she's going for the promotion.
It's out of the blue.
Oh, now if it's out of the blue, I would expect a call to tell me that that life changing moment. Yes,
Mhm.
like I should be close to the top on that one. But
Mhm.
my daughter happens to call, she's going to tell her, right?
Yeah.
If she's not at home, she's going to say something. Oh my God! But I will get my call. Before, let's just say this: if somebody knows before me, I wouldn't know because I would feel like I was the first call.
Right.
Right? She would make me feel that way.
Okay.
Right? So,
I get that. I get
and
that.
I'm and
That
I'm
makes sense.
yeah, and I'm not going to question that because I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't care who you tell after that. I
Right.
know. So if I hear about it, I'm like, yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. I ain't keeping score of who was told first.
Mhm.
That's just me. right?
Gotcha.
But she is my first call.
Mm-hmm.
You know, babe,
Yeah.
check this
Yeah.
out.
Of course.
And
Of course.
sometimes I may not even tell her some stuff
Yeah.
because I'm trying to surprise
Right. You know,
her.
I tell Mrs. Russ, she's always first on my list. You
Mhm.
know, usually, Mama Russ is second on my list, of who I tell stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you fall to like the next podcast,
So like 15, 20, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because you got to go
yeah,
through wife, kids,
yeah, yeah,
mother-in-law,
yeah, yeah,
mother, you know.
yes.
The,
Well, mother-in-law
well,
usually hear if my mother-in-law, she hears it when she watches the podcast. So
there you go. Well, she after me.
yeah, she after you.
Sorry, mother-in-law. But no, I
No,
get it. I understand where he was coming from.
yeah,
But I think, um, each relationship has its own little quirks and and
right.
and how it
But do you
works.
do you think that that could be a sign that she's becoming emotionally distant, or
Yes.
that there's a weakening of the connection, especially
Yeah.
if you were first on
Yeah.
all of this,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you start falling down the pecking order?
Yeah. She shares with everybody else. See,
Yes,
I know where, to me, where I would feel as if there's an issue is that she never said something that I found out from someplace else.
right. That I think that's where I would have a huge issue.
That's where
Is
my
that
issue would be formed.
yeah,
Why didn't you tell me? Why
right.
did
If I
you know
start hearing it from somebody else, yeah.
Yeah, if I hear from somebody else third down the line, fourth down the line,
Mhm,
I'm not in that top 5. I may have to ask a question, but I don't want to
mhm.
make her think that, I'm being petty about it either.
Right,
You
right,
feel what I'm
right.
saying?
But yeah, but that's not being petty. That's
Yeah.
to me that's a little
Well,
disrespectful.
some
Especially,
guys
you
are
know, it to me that's disrespectful. If you got to
I
hear it
get
from
it.
somewhere else,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
especially if it's a big, you
yeah,
know, that's
yeah.
disrespectful.
A $20,000 a year promotion is pretty big.
Yeah,
So yeah, I wouldn't do it,
right.
simple and plain. She was the
Yeah.
first one to know when I got a promotion. Came home, showed her the letter. You woo
Hmm.
woo woo woo. Anybody else
Yeah.
know? You are the first to know.
Right. Right.
Than everybody else. Hell, I
Yeah.
really don't tell nobody stuff because it, sometimes it's just better that way.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
you know.
So your wife is. We've talked about it several times on the show. She likes to tease you. You are the butt of a lot of
Relentless,
her jokes.
relentlessly, relentlessly. And
But if
listen,
she
I give
stopped
it back.
doing yeah,
Yeah,
true. True,
yeah,
you do. You
yeah,
do. But if it got to a point where she stopped doing it,
yeah. I would immediately feel like there's a problem.
or even if it got to a point where, it goes back to the first thing we talked about with the annoying you, where now your teasing annoys her.
Annoys her. Yeah, I know we got an issue.
Yeah.
Yep, 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 yay
I
yep.
I know my wife knows I don't have a serious bone in my body.
Right.
I'm very playful. When it becomes between me and her, I'm very playful. I like to joke around. I like to have fun. I
Same here.
like to keep it light, right?
Yep.
I don't have time to be stressed out over, little stuff. I like to keep it light.
Mhm.
But when it gets to a point where I know my joking annoys her, I do know that there's a problem. Something's going on
Yeah,
with her.
yeah, yeah.
If
Or
I catch
it's
her,
not.
you know,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
not received the
Mhm.
right way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because sometimes you could say the joke or you could talk trash to them, but
Mhm.
when they receive it, it's different.
Right.
Then you need to deep dive in there. What's the problem?
Yeah. I
You
don't
know?
think it's that she's not into you. You just caught her at the wrong moment.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah,
Yeah.
I the wrong moment probably would be right. Or
Mhm.
there's other things she's dealing with.
Yeah.
That could be more of the issue, more of the
Outside of
issue.
his outside of his 6 that he gave, do you feel like there's other things that would
Oh,
signs or something that would be
hell yeah.
helpful to the Man Space Nation? You know, whether
Yeah.
you're married, whether you're trying to date somebody or something like that, that she's not that into you.
Yeah, when she's checking out, I know a couple signs when she checking out. you know, and this ain't my first rodeo, but signs that you pay attention for. She does not look out for you as she used to.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's number one. And you're
Mhm.
left out of decision making,
Right.
the family decision making, her
Mhm.
decision making, decisions for her. You're left out of those things now. She goes other places to get that advice or the decision making skill, you know.
What about future goals, right? Like,
Mhm.
how early on did you and Mrs. Les talk about your future goals? Like,
Um,
I mean,
yeah, what
kids,
things we
marriage,
wanted to do, marriage, all
career
that stuff.
paths,
Yeah.
things like that.
You know, I thought about it early and I voiced my opinion early because I knew I knew kind of where I wanted to go, right?
Mhm.
I don't think she was ready at the same time I was
Mhm.
to have those communications. So she would always skirt those
Mm.
communications, right?
Okay.
And it kind of made me feel a certain kind of way because then I asked the question is like, what are we doing?
Right.
Are we just hunching? Are we, by this
Right.
time now we live together. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? We done bought property together.
Mhm.
Uh, what we doing, lady? You know what I'm saying? If you just want a roommate, that's different.
Right.
Somebody to share the bills with, and every once in a while hump on, and we good.
Mm.
You know,
Right.
but
Right.
I needed to know which way because see, I wanted something different right away, but I had to
Mhm.
wait for her to catch up to me.
Right.
Does that make
But
sense?
I think that in any relationship, just like with any people, your mindset can change.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
thoughts, you have the right to change your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to your goals, especially as a couple,
Mm-hmm.
your goals should be discussed. And if
I
they're
agree.
no longer in line with each other, like, okay, she goes from a point where, um, yeah, she's talked about marriage, but nah, I don't want to get married. Or,
Problem.
yeah, I I want kids. No, no, I don't want kids. I mean, a lot of people can change their minds about
Mm-hmm.
having kids, but they can sit there and no, I'm not interested in kids at all.
Right, right. And
If
the
if you
blessed
came
thing with
across
us
and,
is
and
that go ahead.
you were in a situation where you and your wife both had kids prior to your relationship,
Right, right.
but if you were in a situation where neither one of you had kids,
Mm,
and she came up to you and said, "Listen, bro, you need to go get them Star Wars condoms
mm,
because we ain't having kids.
mm.
You will
And we
not
was
be
married.
their father."
I denied instantly.
Right, right. So
um,
if that came up,
if I was a
you
young
guys
man,
are 6-7 months into your relationship, and that comes up it- that she doesn't want kids
I'm
anymore.
all right with that. 6, 7 months into the relationship, I'm okay with that.
Mm. But you
Yeah,
feeling her.
yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And the
You're
reason
20,
being is
25 years old.
I'm good with that.
Mm,
I'm good with that. And the only reason I'm good with that is because she put it on the table,
mm,
right? Don't mean I'm gonna stop trying, but I know where her mind is,
mm.
right? I know what's on the table. Thank you for being honest with me. You don't want any kids. Now, I would probably be like, is it just me? or you just don't want none. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, now I got to figure out how important is it to me to have children or not? Because if I really, really want kids and she really, really don't, this just may not be the time for us.
Yeah.
And is it worth me sticking in it to see if she comes around? Because she may never come around.
Right.
You know,
right.
Or, there's alternative ways.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but knowing who I am, I'm going to be like, okay, well, we need to make a decision. I'm not going to run away right then, but I'm going to stay in the pocket and try to find out what's going on with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And work through whatever issue it is. Maybe she had a bad upbringing. And she don't want to bring a child into the world fearing that same type of upbringing she had is going to be on the child.
Understandable.
So there's a lot of different, variations that can go into that. But I would say I wouldn't give up on it right away. I would give it some time, but I would definitely let her remind her that, you need to have this baby before you're 30 or 2 or 3 before you're 30.
I think 35 was my cutoff.
35?
35 was my cutoff.
See, I think
there wasn't going to be any more after 35.
30 was for me. I was put some business out there. I was 27 years old and I had a vasectomy because I knew I didn't want no more children.
That thought pass would never crossed my mind, but
27.
I would Chewbacca up before I did that one.
No,
that one ain't gonna happen to me.
PG-13. I would explain, but I can't. Just say that my particular lifestyle could have furnished me a lot more children at the time.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I thought about me and what I wanted. So that's what I did.
Do you feel that a lack in physical or romantic connection could mean that, she's not that into you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She probably got a boyfriend, cuz. You became the second man. You became the side piece. Well, no, because they like the side piece better because he can just get up and go home. But hey, man, I'm just saying. It ain't none of that drama with the side dude. You ain't gotta worry. You ain't gotta worry about the bills. You ain't gotta worry about none of the kids. You ain't gotta do none of that. You go, you have a good time. It's just like going to the amusement park, bro. You go
or Boston Market.
Exactly. You go,
you
ride the ride.
The main course.
There it is. You go ride the rides, and then you take your boy home.
Yeah, true. That's true.
That's not something you do every day.
That is true. I'll agree with you there. Yeah. I think that we've both, and just in our conversations over the years that we've known each other, and just pulling the curtain back, Man Space Nation, Les and I have known each other before either one of us got married. So
yes,
so
long time.
So we will make that clarifying statement. But we've both been in situations where we felt taken for granted just based on some of the conversations that we've had. How would you, knowing how we've felt in our conversations with each other, how would you know if your spouse or your girlfriend is feeling like you're taking her for granted? Are there signs or symptoms that you could notice if that was happening?
I think she would probably start holding back a little bit,
Mm,
you know, not giving you what you used to uh, you're used to receiving, you know, whether that's love,
mhm.
communication, like we were talking about earlier, the playfulness, the 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 reciprocation period is
Yep.
different. So
Yeah.
she's holding back on you, and you know it because you've experienced the full her, and she's holding back on you. There's a block there,
Right.
and she's not giving you everything because she feels that it's probably that she feels that there's something else that needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I I think you're right on it. So, uh, and this could be a whole different show, but
Yeah,
I'm not
I was
getting
about to say
you
there's so many roads you can go
right.
down with this.
But just on this last thing about taking for granted,
Hmm. Hmm.
she stops putting in effort.
Yeah.
She becomes less affectionate.
Hmm.
She complains more about feeling unappreciated.
Yeah.
She stops trying to resolve conflicts.
Yep.
Like whatever you say.
Whatever. And just walks off.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's a man thing, honestly. But
Yeah, that is a man thing.
but if
Yeah,
but if she does it,
yeah.
better watch out. Side
Mhm.
piece Keith gonna come pick her up at the grocery store.
Oh,
Oh, man.
she
Man.
spends more time away from you.
Side piece Keith.
She no longer cares about special occasions.
Definitely side piece Keith.
She
Oh,
gives short distance response. Now that's just me, period. I'm
yeah.
sorry. I am I'm a
That's
yes, no type of person. You know.
I kind of am too, and I get fussed at because of it.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know,
do too.
because I'm like,
I
nope,
do
I don't
too.
want to do that. Why? Because I don't want to
Right.
do it. I mean, you
Yep.
asked me if
Yep.
I wanted to do it, and I said no. Well, I got to
That's
explain
right.
it,
That's
you
right.
know. But she knows that
She
about
no
me.
longer tries to impress you. I think that's huge.
Mm,
I think that's huge.
that means she's not looking for your attention or your
Right.
approvals,
She doesn't want your approvals anymore. She doesn't care for your
bro.
approvals
That's
anymore.
side piece. She left home to be with her side piece.
This is one that goes back to the love languages.
Okay.
She mentions how other people appreciate her more.
Side piece key again.
And she talks about how her coworkers, her friends, or even strangers notice her more than you do.
Side piece key.
Yeah, I think that her love language is built around that whole uh words of
Affirmation.
words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so she needs and she feeds on that. And
Yeah.
so if she's mentioning to you that other people are doing this, then you got to step your game up and start
Absolutely.
appreciating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes women will do it when they think you got them wrapped up.
Hmm.
For example, you've
Yeah.
been with a woman a long time, you know her in and out. You know what I'm saying? You're not worried. She ain't going nowhere. She knows she
Right.
ain't going nowhere, but she'll come home and tell you this man in the grocery store talked to her and told her she had a nice blouse on.
Right.
See, my
Yeah.
smart tail would say, did you tell him thank you that your husband bought it?
There you go.
That's my smart tail. And she gonna say,
Mhm.
you make me sick. I'm like, but it is a nice blouse though, baby. You know, I really like it,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So that's how I break that whole other thing up, but because my wife done it. She come home. Somebody said they like my shoes. I was like, yeah, I got a pair too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she's like,
yeah, yeah.
they wasn't talking about your shoes. I said, yeah, they wasn't
Mhm.
looking at your shoes either. You better keep it moving. You keep them shoes going the opposite way.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
I think my wife picks and chooses when
Mhm.
women give me
Oh,
compliments on
oh
whether or
yeah.
not she reacts. Like this, I got a compliment over the weekend, right? Because
Yeah.
I told you I've been getting the whole turmeric soap stuff, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I've been using it for, I guess it's been 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks now. I've been using it ever since I mentioned it on the show. It's been doing wonders for me. And this lady and happened to just notice. She's like, "What have you been doing? Your skin looks great." Like she reached out and like touched my face. She's
Oh
like, "Your skin
no.
looks great." Right? So
Tab didn't pull out the butcher knife.
I she didn't see it.
Oh, oh, she would have been
She
that
didn't
lady
see,
would have been
but I
cut.
told her what
Yeah,
happened.
that lady would have been cut.
And she's like, and she was like, oh, playful with it. It wasn't a big deal to
Uh-huh.
her.
Yeah.
But if it would have been anybody else, that did it. If it would have been anybody else, oh, she would have. Oh, who? What?
Right.
No, mm-mm.
Right.
She'd
Mine,
have
it
been
don't
rolling
care.
through there with a butcher knife.
She don't mind, don't care, bro. She don't
Mm.
care if she an old lady or not. She said, you shit. I was buying
Gonna kick the
cologne.
walk out from under.
Bro, we was at the cologne and the perfume counter at the exact same time. And this lady came up to
Mm,
me and was like, "Oh, young man." She said,
mm.
"Oh." She said, "That smells wonderful on you." And man, I heard the neck muscles turn. I mean, I heard, heard them turn.
Oh man.
We get back to the truck. She was like, "Who is that?" I said, "I
Yeah.
have no clue. I don't
Right.
know that lady. You saw her walk up and talk to me.
Right.
I don't
Right.
know that lady. I'm gonna bust her head if I see her again." I said, "Look,
To,
man,
to the
you
white meat.
you going to jail for the rest of your life. That was a senior citizen. You know what I'm saying? You going
Right.
to jail for the rest of your life.
Rest of your life.
That's a senior citizen. You gonna bust her head open. She probably ain't gonna talk to nobody in the whole week.
Yep.
I was like, stop
Let,
it. Just she
let's
pushed
go
it.
and hit the last word.
Yeah, all right, go ahead.
And now, the last word.
Uh-huh.
So I'll go into this one.
All right.
Relationships in general, they require mutual effort, mutual emotional investment. If you notice the signs that were mentioned in the video or any of the other signs that we talked about today, it's really important that you communicate and learn to communicate effectively with your partner and try to address underlying issues before they become to a point of being irreversible. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
and genuine conversations, because honestly, these things are why people are at 26 years, 30 years, uh, and getting divorced, because they're just waiting till the kids are gone. Now the kids are gone,
Yeah. Yeah.
nothing keeping you together, and
Yeah.
they don't need to deal with all this stuff anymore. So
Mm,
they're,
mm.
because they
Calling them
checked out
quits.
long before, they're just waiting till the kids are gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you notice these things, you got to start having these deep conversations and be genuine in the effort to try to rebuild the connection.
And the only thing I would say with that is when you notice it, address it. Don't wait. Don't let things get out of control where you cannot reverse the damages,
Mhm.
because there will be damages, because there will be
Yeah.
hurt feelings and all of that. Address them immediately and be honest and open, right? Because that's the worst thing you can do is lie in this situation or not tell the whole truth, tell
Yeah.
halves, right? Because how does someone get better or
Mhm.
do the right things if they don't know what to do?
Right. Absolutely. Then let's head on to a break.
All right.
As we do each week, we like to close the show with a little bit of inspiration. This week, we continue our journey into inspirational pioneers of Black history. This week, we spotlight Lonnie G. Johnson, an aerospace engineer born in 1949. Did you ever enjoy water gun fights as a kid? Well, meet Lonnie Johnson, the man that gave us the most famous water gun, the Super Soaker. Lonnie wasn't a toy maker. He was actually an aerospace engineer for NASA with a resume boasting a stint with the U.S. Air Force, work on the Galileo Jupiter probe and Mars Observer project, and more than 40 patents. Born in Mobile, Alabama, during the era of segregation, Johnson showed an early interest in engineering and inventing. As a child, he was fascinated by how things worked and often took apart household appliances to understand their mechanics. He attended Williamson High School, where he excelled in math and science. In 1968, he won a national science fair with a compressed air-powered robot he built himself, which he named Linux. Johnson pursued higher education at Tuskegee University, earning a B.S. in mechanical engineering and later an M.S. in nuclear engineering. After completing his studies, Johnson joined the U.S. Air Force as an engineer. He contributed to the stealth bomber program and worked on high-tech military projects. Later, he moved to NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, where he was involved in the Galileo mission to Jupiter, the Cassini mission to Saturn, and the Mars Observer project. His expertise in thermodynamics and fluid mechanics played a crucial role in these missions. In the early 1980s, Johnson was working on a heat pump system when he accidentally discovered a new way to create powerful water pressure. This led to the invention of the Super Soaker, a high-powered water gun. In 1989, he partnered with Laramie Corporation, later acquired by Hasbro, and by the early 1990s, the Super Soaker became a massive success, generating over $1 billion in sales. Lonnie Johnson holds over 100 patents and continues to innovate in science and technology. He has received numerous awards, including induction into the National Inventors Hall of Fame in 2022. His life serves as an inspiration for young engineers and inventors, proving that persistence and creativity can lead to groundbreaking achievements. And that is another Black History pioneer. Thanks for listening.
Woo, Lonnie. Because I'm going to tell
I
you.
never had a Super Soaker, man.
You never did?
I never did.
I bought my sons like 30 of them because every week they was broke.
I never, like with Little Russ, I got her water stuff, but I never got her anything that looked like a gun.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Yeah, see, I promoted that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But but I did it for reasons. And one day we'll talk about 2A and talk about gun control and all this other good jazz. But I did it for a reason, and it worked out.
Yeah.
So,
but that was interesting to me. I did not know that the creator of the Super Soaker was a Black man, but in over 1 billion in sales, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
But there was a legal fight in there. I knew about it because of the legal fight. You know,
Okay.
I knew who he was. I didn't know his name, but I knew that Super Soaker was invented by a Black man that worked for NASA. That's even huge. That's a accomplishment. Right. I mean, this guy was very accomplished, and if I'm not mistaken, he's still around.
He is. Yeah. He is. And as an Alabamian, it's not Mobile, it's Mobile. I just want to correct that. It is Mobile.
Mm-hmm. And your people are right outside of Mobile, right?
About 3 hours away.
About 3 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Awesome.
But listen up, Man Space Nation. Monday nights on WTMSTV.com, you can catch the latest episodes of the Man Space Podcast 2 days early before the rest of the world gets it. So Monday nights, 8 p.m., WTMS TV, the latest episode of the Man Space Podcast is available. While you're at it, why don't you head on over to the manspacepodcast.com? Because Russ's Corner is back. I got my latest blog is up there. Russ's Corner, not WTMS, but the manspacepodcast.com. And on Thursday nights on WTMSTV.com, you can catch some throwback episodes. It's Throwback Thursdays where you get the back episodes of the classic Russ and Les.
Hey, and if you just want to listen to them again, just rewind it and listen again. You know, just keep going.
Thursday nights, WTMSTV.com, starting at 8 p.m. Throwback Thursdays.
Yes.
What you got, Les? You got anything to add to this?
I ain't got nothing to add right now, man. I'm just happy to
All right, then add this part. On that note,
we out of here.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Man Space.
Whichever platform you listen to us on, make sure you subscribe and don't miss a show.
Remember to keep up with all the Man Space updates on our website, themanspacepodcast.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram at manspacenat1.
Until next time, Man Space Nation, he's Les, I am Russ, and we are out
of here.